Hi, my name is Sandesh Nathiri. Today I'm going to talk about the assignment 2 for our computer forensic, which is Beyond 209 computer forensic. And the topic of the assignment 2 is validating and testing computer forensic tools and evidence. And this assignment is done by me, which is Sandesh Nathiri, and my student ID is MIT183448. And I am submitting this assignment to our tutor, Mr. Krishna Paul. So in this assignment, these are the topics which I'm going to talk about in this video demonstration, which is the computer forensic, forensic imaging and examination, forensic analysis and validation, anti-forensic tools, and pros and cons of anti-forensic techniques, use of anti-forensic technique on file, and there are references for the content which I have written on this assignment. So the first section is forensic imaging and examination. So for forensic imaging and examination, there are different types of tools and different tools in the web for which we can easily download and do the investigation. But all the tools are not similar to each other, though their main intention or functionality is same. They have got different features depending on the tools. So the first one is in this report I have written about the autopsy. Autopsy is like one of the basic forensic tools if you tools for the investigation, like because it has got a lot of features and we don't have to pay anything for this forensic tool. That is, it is completely open source, so anybody can like download the autopsy and use it for free. So, and as well as this tool is like compatible on all of the OS in the major OS like Linux, Windows, Kali, and Mac OS. So these are the features which I have written, and I have obtained this all of this from the same website of the autopsy. That is like it has got multiple collaboration features, like multiple users can collaborate on the single case and they can investigate. And there is keyword search. That means so we can find the file across the in the file with a cross word check, like we can just enter the name of the file and have a result obtained from specific type of source, like on USB or like drives or anything like that. There is geolocation features as well, like camera information can be obtained from the JPG files. And in this autopsy, the email is analyzed by parsing the MBOX formats like Thunderbolt, which is the product of Mozilla. Along with that, there are different features like file type sorting, thumbnail viewer, robust file system analysis, has set filtering, Unicode string extraction, file type detection, and many more. So over here, I have just shown the way to create a forensic image for an autopsy. So these are the source, and over here I have used the drive, physical drive one, to create the image. So this is all like we can view all the information like contact messages and call logs and everything. So the other forensic tool I have discussed is the OS forensic. It is also the another forensic tool that is used for the investigation. But unlike the autopsy, this is not free version. Like they just have the trial version. So this one is not open source. We have to pay some amount for that one. But paying some amount for this tool is like OT, because like it has got different features on it. Like over here, an extra advantage to being able to source within emails is the ability to scan. Like we can not only like go through the like email header analysis or something, that we can again source inside the email as well, like to get the more information out of it. And if a file is deleted or if it is covered from distance, it often stays on the hard disk until it is reset, and this OS forensic will find and attempt to restore ghost file to a usable condition on the hard disk, like even if the file are permanently deleted from the skull bin. So OS forensic will use this technique and like tools and features inside it to recover all those ghost file as well. So unveil user behaviors as open documents, web surfing, and all those sort of features, and collect information on the system, including CPU type and all the system information. So let's go to talk about section 2 over here, which is forensic analysis and validation. So among these two tools, like since the OS forensic is not open source, like that's why I couldn't use it really. But we got another best tool as well, the Autopsy. So I have used Autopsy for this forensic analysis and validation. So over here, first I created the image of the discs on the Autopsy, which I showed you earlier on the repo. So here is a file search based on file types. So there are different types of extensions, and we can go through all of them to view the type of file over here. And here, over here, we can search the file based on attributes. So file search based on attribute is over here, and all the email addresses associated on drive 0. So the Autopsy will get all the email addresses which is associated on the forensic image of the date. So these are all the email addresses which I got from the image. So over here is like a web downloads on drive 0, like all the web history as well, like what files are downloaded, what sort of activities performed. And over here, web history. So yeah, so over here you can see all the web history. Like in criminal activities, the web and internet serve as a valuable way to gather and exchange data. So this is why the usage of internet uses is essential. So we can see the information obtained from the Autopsy. Over here is the investigation of email. Like over here you can see email headers, like who's sent from, received from, and the date and time as well, and along with the messages over here. So this is one of the other header which can be simply obtained using any of the mail. So this is just the investigation of email header. What are the attributes, what are the terms in email header, and those sort of things. Over here you can see the email message ID, created, from, and to, and which one, and all this information. So the proper investigation of these headers lead us to the a suspected, if there is suspected emails, then it would lead us to the attacker. But in this case, there is not, no one is attacker, just for the analysis of the email header I have been using. So this one is from Spotify to my personal Gmail account. So for the investigation, inside this one, there is more information, which is just elaboration of this one. So here you can see all the detailed information, date and time, along with the ARC message, or authentication regions, return path, and the path followed by that one, and all this information along with the IP addresses of mine, and as well as what are the server it has been using. So over here, this is just a study of the metadata of the file, which will show us all the information, name of the file and the type and size, along with the modified date, access date, created date, change date, and all those information. These information are quite useful for the useful, as they contain different this sort of important information which will lead us in our case. So this one is another call information and text messages, which is often using the SIM manager. So we are talking about now anti-forensic technique over here in section 3. Even though there are different forensic tools which will help us to analyze the suspected devices or any different information, but to tackle this one, there are different anti-forensic techniques, so which are used by the attackers or suspected users. So over here, I have written about different tool techniques that are used by the attackers. So over here is the obfuscation, which is it is a technique in which the messages are difficult to analyze or understand because of the ambiguous language. That means in this technique, the messages are changed into the language which are not understandable by human beings. So it is very hard to read these messages. And another one is technography. This basically is embedding two files in an image file, to send the secret message or to hide the file within the file. So this one is simply in a JPG file or PNG or any sort of that file, hiding doc file, but it will appear as JPG file, and the users, the normal users can't see it. And also along with that, there is not much change in the original file as well. So another one is encrypted network protocols. So encrypted network protocols is like using the encrypted connection to send the fake emails or something like that. Like there are different cryptography encapsulation protocol like SSR and SSS. Along with that, now there is like onion routing as well. So this one falls on this one as well. Like, so it follows different path to go to the victims. So which is not like easy to trace down. So another one is program packers. This one is like employed by the attackers, so that tools for attacking are not scanned or reverse engineered. Like we can't reverse engineer on those one. So these ones are like program are encrypted using packers like PECAM, compact, some 2006 Bonai and those sort of things. So like if they are like they are try to when they are try to reverse engineer, then they stop their processes and they will not do any tasks after. So after talking about this anti-forensic technique, like we'll talk about the pros and cons of this anti-forensic technique as well, like um, with their advantages as well. Like for the attackers, there is disadvantages as well, like for with each of the technique. So let's talk about the obfuscation. Like the pros is like the messages are difficult to understand even when they are found, but the cons is like difficult to implement as the alteration of code signature may translate the intentional message as well. In steganography, very difficult to notice as the changes in images are very unnoticeable with naked eyes. So, but its con is like only small files can be embedded within, as the large files create large noise in the image and can be easily detected after. And encrypted network protocols are non-detectable IP addresses at the use of proxy server. That means the original IPs are hidden. But like the cons is like the uses of this protocol require good connectivity as the transmission takes long path. Like these encrypted network protocols take like huge uses of internet. We require a stable internet connection for this one. And program trackers, like the programs are not easily detectable from tools as they are wrapped inside the extractor. So, but like the cons is like the program doesn't function when the tasks like reverse engineering are performed, so that the process are not completed at all. So after the section 3, let's talk about the use of anti-forensic technique on file. So there are like to implement this technique, like I'll be in this report, I have shown like one of the technique, anti-forensic technique, which is performed on the file. So among the techniques which I have discussed earlier, so I have just used one of those, and the one I have used is steganography. So for this one, like I have two different files over here, picture3.jpg and secretmessage.txt, and I have combined it to create new file, which is new image.jpg over here. So the command I have used is this one. So we can just perform this one on any of the windows or in command prompt. So when we just enter this command, we can perform this one. So over here, like there is only one image over here. So before combining, but after using that command which I have shown earlier, we can create a new image over here. And after the investigation, not after this is the message which I have written in my text file, which is this is the secret message. So after the combining, like I open that JPG file in the notepad, and there is the message. Like, so this is how we hide the file within the file of JPG file. So that's all. So these are the references which I use for this assignment. Thank you very much for watching.